How's it everyone, Grant here, welcome back to another camera samples video, and this time I've got the ZTE Blade X Max. And so like my other camera sample videos, I'm going to be bringing you photos and videos from both the front facing and rear facing cameras in both good light and low light to give you a better idea of how these cameras perform. If you want to learn more about the phone, the specs and all that good stuff, and you want to see it, check out my unboxing video if you haven't already. That's where you can find out all that great information. Also, I have my full review coming out in a bit, so stay tuned for that. But hopefully this gives you a better idea of how the cameras perform. If you're thinking about picking up this phone and camera quality is important to you, even on a $100 to $150 device like this, you want to see what kind of results you can get. That's why I make this video, so hopefully it helps you out. And with that, let's get on with the rest of the video. And here's a quick clip to show you the stability on the front-facing camera. I'm just holding it out in front of me without a mount, so you can judge the video quality, the audio quality, and what the overall video stability looks like. There is no stabilization built in, so if you want to walk around and take some video, this is what you can probably expect from the front-facing camera on the Blade X Max. Here's some footage from the rear-facing camera being shot at 1080p, 30 frames per second. The Blade X Max can shoot in 1080p, 720p, at a much lower resolution that I don't think anybody really wants to shoot in. There is no 60 frames per second recording here or 4K. But as you can see, it's a very nice sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, so it should give you a good idea of what the blues look like here with that sky color. As I pan around here to this structure over here, we can test out the zoom. We can zoom into 2x digital zoom here, see what that looks like. And go all the way into its max 4x zoom and see what that looks like. Let's see how its stability looks like here. A little bit shaky, not too bad as we pan around. And if we even move up here, I think the moon is out today, so we should be able to see it right there. And that's looking actually pretty clear. And we can zoom it back out and pan around again. And we can even test some of the focus here. So you can focus in on this branch here. And that's pretty clear there. Focus back to the building, and that's pretty clear there. So I have to tap the focus to really get to focus well, so you'll see it adjust, but it will focus in very nicely there. So you can see the building is blurred out in the background. Nice little depth of field shot there. Go back to the building, tap on it, and it focuses. So it won't do it automatically too well, but it will do it if you tap to focus, and it'll focus up fairly quickly, but you'll see it focus onto a little bit as it does it. Now there's no stability built into here, no hardware stabilization or software stabilization, but we'll walk around here and I'll walk down the stairs so we can test out what the stabilization here looks like. And we'll walk around the park here just to give you a better idea of maybe some of the shadows and light and how it's playing with that here in the afternoon, as well as the stabilization. So we get a lot of nice color contrast here in the park with the greens and the blue sky, and of course the afternoon sun. So you can see how the camera handles as it goes in and out of some of these shadows and light here, as well as what the stability looks like. We'll just pan around real quick. And that's just a quick sample from the rear facing camera at 1080p 30 frames per second on the Blade X Max. usual low light scenario that I use. And I'll pan around here to some of the darker shadows and pan around and up to the street light there so you can check out any kind of lens flaring. We'll test the zoom. Move it up to a 2x digital zoom there. And we'll go all the way up to the max 4x zoom. So of course there's going to be some flaring here. That's a very bright street light, but all in all not too bad. We can pan around at the max zoom. Stability seems pretty good. Nothing too shaky there. Zoom it back out. And we'll pan around to some brighter lights. So as you can see here, it is just after sunset. So it's not as dark as it could be, but it's still fairly dark. The primary lights are those street lights there. And they are more of a yellowish, orangish tinge to it. So the colors actually look pretty accurate, at least in the viewfinder here. And there's not too much lens flaring that I can see off of those lights. Other phones, you'll see a lot more lens flaring, even some flagships like the Pixel. So this is actually performing pretty well as far as bright lights and handling that and not flaring them out too badly. So I just want to leave you here with a low light camera sample from the front facing camera. I hope you enjoyed all the photos and videos from the Blade X Max, especially if you're considering picking up this device. I hope it gave you a better idea for how these cameras perform. I thought in good light they performed very nicely. In low light the photos came out better than expected with HDR enabled. So I suggest if you're going to be shooting in low light a lot, enable HDR. Otherwise, let me know what you thought about the photos and videos in the comments below. If you got any other questions as well, let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching.